we doing? Happy Pi Day for real this time. Yesterday I made a huge mistake. I told everyone on social media, I was like, oh, happy Pi Day, dude. It was 313. Always making critical mistakes. So, happy Pi Day to everyone, and thank you for checking out my vlog here. I'm really just happy because today I kind of came in and I was frustrated. Yesterday I made a video showing this little project I'm working on using the not one line. It would be funny if his name was OneLoneCoder. If you guys don't know who this guy is, I think his name is actually Jerry. Where is he? Jay. This guy is really awesome. He's a programmer who's making a lot of C++ videos, and this is him right here. His name's Jerry or something, but he made an awesome game engine which has allowed me to take my algorithms project, making it easier to visualize algorithms, because eventually I want to make, like, I started out super ambitious. I was like, okay, in January I want to make a Udemy course and it's going to be all about data structures and algorithms. And then I learned I don't know enough to be able to teach a class on it. Like, yes, I know how to, like, if I had a problem and I had to do it, I could figure it out. But the thing is, I need to figure out how to explain it really well, because I looked at a couple different courses on Udemy, and the problem is they're all really, like, annoying, and they make you use the console, and I don't think people are really getting anything out of it, because you're not learning how to draw pixels, and you're not using other people's libraries. So I'd like to make something where we use different people's libraries, whether they're people from YouTube or people from Udemy, just whatever. Like, not like the Unreal game engine, because come on, get serious. Like, starting out with Unreal, which I did do to try and learn C++. I started out with Unreal Engine, is a huge mistake. It's just huge. You're asking for trouble, because now you're bringing in all of these, like, really intense pieces of software architecture that you don't even really understand. Like, just to get started with Unreal, okay, granted, this is an abstract class you have to overwrite, but even with Unreal, number one, you have to overwrite an abstract class of, like, some Git, like, update or whatever. It's just a huge thing. Like, I think that it's more understandable that you have to overwrite, like, in this case, in this program here, yes, you do have to overwrite an abstract class. This class, OneLoneCoder platform, inherits from the game engine, and then you need to overwrite on user update, and you have to overwrite on create. Yeah, there it is. On create, on user create. So you have to overwrite these functions, which is an object-oriented thing, basically saying, like, you're not going to use this unless you actually overwrite these methods. So in Unreal you have to do that too, but it's more understandable when everything's literally in one header. You can see everything that this guy's doing. It's not that huge. It's 1,300 lines. And if that sounds huge to you, it's really not. It's 1,300 lines, but he's written it really well. There's a lot of comments on it. You could probably change it. It's using a Windows.h library, which is like the #1 thing that people use for C++. And, you know, if you go and you check out his YouTube channel, he expands on this in so many different ways that you could learn how to really use this game engine. You can understand this header file. So I like to make something that is comparable with what he's doing, kind of my own thing, not dependent on Unreal, not dependent on some third-party library, and for God's sakes, not just IO stream and not just standard template library. Like, oh my gosh, that's like everything is just standard template library, and it's like, no, there's real C++ libraries. When you get outside of that, like, there's OpenCV, there's Eigen, there's Unreal. That's another one. Like, there's just, Unreal's really a platform though. Yeah, but like, there's other libraries, okay? Or there's like Pixel Render or other game engines that people make, and you don't have to just use the standard template library for everything you do. And that's really powerful, because I think C++ and C, it's really hard to get going with your own code, and you really learn a lot. Like, I didn't know what a WCHAR was, or maybe I heard of it at some point, but I didn't know that it was formatted with I think it's it's not a string literal, but it has this L in front of it to encode the ASCII characters. There's just weird things that you learn when you start using other people's libraries. Anyways, I fixed my program. It's great. You could see this very important comment. This does not work for anything. The n queens problem cannot be solved for 1, 2, or 3. And I should like to add, I made a mistake. I'm going to explain this in this video. I'm actually going to explain this because I made a mistake last video. All right. If I run this, it shows me, look at that, beautiful. It solved the n queens problem for a 4x4 chessboard. Now I will explain the grave mistake I made yesterday, not the Pi Day thing, the actual thing that I made a video and I explained something horribly wrong. So I said that if you have a grid like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, we can see the solution to the problem. It looks like this. I need to put like borders around the blue pieces, but you can kind of see that there's 4 tiles in each row and there's 4 rows. And you can see the position of them. So I'll show you how we get to the solution. All right, this is how it works. First off, it starts here. And then it says, okay, there's no moves that could possibly happen here. This is in n queens. So is place valid? So what this is going to do is this is going to return true because there's no other queen in the same row. There's no other queen in the diagonal. There's no other queen. There isn't another diagonal at this point. So this is going to return true. And so I use this, the way that I solve this is first of all, you have to like move each one around and then you check is place valid and then have this function. So I'll go through each one of these and explain each one. Okay, so the first thing is I have this constructor which establishes the chessboard and it tells me exactly how many, what the size of the chessboard is, how many queens we have. And then I have this function called solve. And so I take this chessboard and so I always start at the 0th column. So start queens is the thing that sets the chess pieces on the board, theoretically. And if there isn't a solution, it'll print no solution. This is why it doesn't work for, I think I put in this, this thing to try and stop it from breaking, but it didn't work. If there's no solution, it'll just bring this, it'll just spit that out. And so what it does when it sets the queens is it takes in a column index, and then the column index is the number of queens. If that's the case, then the game is over, and this thing's done. So it sets the queens, and it checks each time at a given location. Check if it's a valid position. If it's not, you know. It's checking is valid every time, is valid. If it's valid, okay, then keep on going through the row index. If it's valid, keep on going through the row index. If it's valid, keep on going through the row index. So what does that look like in a picture? I'd like to get it to animate it. We'll see if I can actually do it, but this is what it looks like in a picture. So first thing it's going to do is set the queen here, and then it's going to go through and go into the next column index. And it's set the queen here. And is valid, it's going to return false. So it's going to have to move it down here. And then is valid, it's going to return false. And then it's going to have to move the queen down here. Okay, now is valid is going to return true. It's going to go over to the next column index. And is valid is going to be false. Is valid is actually going to be false here because of the diagonal. And then it's going to move it here. Is valid is going to return false. And then it's going to go here. And it's going to go is valid is false again. So what's going to do? It's going to go all the way back to the first column index and increment it by 1. This guy's going to go here, and then it's going to return is valid is true, and then it's going to put a queen here. Is valid is going to return false, 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 true. Go over to the next column index, true. Go over to the next column index, false, false, right? False because of this one and this one. And then finally true. Hey, look at that. That looks just like this little picture right here. Oh, stupid Sketch. Can't see that when you have Sketch open. You can see how it's the same picture though. It's the same exact picture. So this is fun. I like how you can visualize it. You can at least see the ending. You can at least check your answer until you get to the eighth one. But hey, it's fun. I love it. It's cool. I'm just really happy that there's someone out there who's making stuff that I can use in my programs. Now, the other thing I got going on is I'm still in the code bootcamp, and I'm having a lot of fun with Laravel. Laravel's insane, man. Oh my gosh, the power with Laravel's outrageous. All right, I'm still connected to the thing, so I'm gonna go in here and do. Oh dear gosh. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah. So I'm going to do PHP artisan serve. Oh my god. Exit. I love SQL. It's so sweet when you leave. Dang it. Okay. I just want to make sure it's serving so it doesn't break on me while I'm doing this. So this is my application here. It's my fitness, and I just figured out that I'm gonna really revamp this. I'm gonna make it into a thing where people can log in, check out their workouts, and do more than just look at my workout for the day. So if you try to create a new workout, you have to sign in. So if I sign in here, okay, close that. If I sign in, I can see like a workout, and I can edit these. I can go in here, click on edit. I can change my workout if I want. I can delete a workout. So what I want to do is make it so that people can register for an account. I have a forgot password thing. I have a logout method, and I want it so that people can log in, make their little workout, and then we can track and see who's doing the most workouts. Our code bootcamp, Schuster, actually kind of helped me. He kind of helped me figure out that the way I want to do the table is I want to reward the person who's doing the most workouts, and like maybe have like a little feed that shows who's doing the most workouts in the application, and create some sort of competitiveness between the people who are using it. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. And I'll tell you, with Laravel, it's been very easy to get this thing going. It really has. That's been quite an experience for me, just using Laravel. You can make things, it's really quick to make things in Laravel compared to what I was doing before. I was writing all this stuff by hand, not by keyboard. I was writing all this stuff by keyboard. But now I got to figure it out. So that's great. Other than that, just I wish I had more time to actually mess with Blender. That's like the thing that's bothering me, is I'm like spending I think I need to keep on doing this stuff because I really want to push this application out to like the edge before I say it's done. Like I want to have that feature in there, and it's so distracting. I'm so distracted by how cool Blender is. It's really cool. Like if you look at photorealism stuff from Blender, it blows my mind. Like, look at some of these pictures from Blender. Are you kidding me? What? This is made in Blender? It looks so real. Oh my gosh. Or like this house. Like, this is so amazing. It'd be so cool to play a video game where you can like walk around in an environment like this. I don't care if it was just a puzzle game. You know, having an environment like that would be sick. So yeah, I'm probably going to be getting into that pretty soon. Who knows? Because I'm going to the Python meetup tonight, and look at this hilarious freaking banana, strawberry texture on a banana. That's hilarious. Blender's completely written in Python, and it's very much like any other C++ type of program where there's like some nodes that you connect one function to another. It's just a way to like it's like visual, I guess visual C++, because C++ on its own sucks. It's really hard. But you're really just passing in some like values and connecting nodes. It's like a linked list of just nodes, and then it processes an image. And for drawing stuff, like the little program that OneLoneCoder made, like that is capable of drawing little pixels and stuff. That's all it is. It's all. I guess that's really what computer graphics are: is C++ and C. And I'm starting to realize that more and more. OneLoneCoder is just so insane. Like he made a full-fledged console game that just uses like zeros and ones as the textures for the game space. And it's crazy because like I didn't think about it, but your field of view, as you get closer to something, there's a ratio from your horizontal distance to the vertical scale of the object. And so as your horizontal distance decreases, your vertical scale increases, and you can literally just use ones and zeros to show representation of like a wall. And then of course as you get closer to something, an object's brightness increases. So you just use an ASCII character and you have to kind of turn up the brightness on, or the intensity on like one character. I'm not sure how I did, but I'm really trying to figure it out. It's cool. So I'm just learning more and more that that's really what the primary application of C is for computer graphics. So, but that's it for today. I just kind of wanted to show you guys what I'm working on and some of the stuff that I'm interested. Look at this. This is awesome. Looks so good. Why do you need cream? Just have black coffee. All right. Have a good day, everyone.